Hello, my name is Jack Pendel, historian of the senior class of 2020. I have been given the privilege to share with everyone an insight to how our class experienced their freshman year at Warren Woods Tower High School. September 6th, 2016, our first day of high school. Most, if not all of us, were filled with nerves of excitement and fear to enter a foundation that was unfamiliar to us, and our future was filled with so much uncertainty at the time. We were told so many times by our freshman mentors about how important our grades would be freshman year, and that our first year would kind of paint a picture of how the rest of our years would turn out, and for the most part, they were not wrong. This would be the start of so much change occurring in our lives. We would realize that some of the friends we had throughout elementary and middle school would drift away as new faces would surround us in the halls. We would meet new teachers and take on a heavier load of work than years past, and for some of us, for the first time ever, take an exam. Aside from the work, some of us were interested in all the extracurricular activities that Tower had to offer, while others mainly wished to focus on school. What sports would we become involved with? What clubs would help shape us into who we are? And who would we meet along the way that would bring so much meaning into our lives? All these questions swarmed our minds, but we had to be patient and let our journey take its course. It would be the first time that we would experience the high school pep rally, float, homecoming, football games, band concerts, and plays, and we never knew that it would be all over before we knew it. It would become so cliche of the teachers and the upperclassmen to constantly tell us that our years would fly by, but as freshmen, we would brush it off and think that we would have so much time left, when in reality, it would indeed be over after a blink of the eyes. We learned to avoid the drama that we knew would not be worth it in the long run, and to focus on trying to enjoy our freshman year. As we became a little bit more comfortable as the year went on, but knew to stand clear of the commons, we realized the kind of place Tower was, and that all the staff and a good majority of the student body would be there to help us through our struggles and help us stay on track to steer clear from slacking off for a brighter future in high school. As we watched the seniors leave the school for the first time ever as the year ended, a few of us were sad because we had befriended some, while others were cheerful as we would be moving up to sophomore year and would finally get to step foot in the commons as well as take on new classes, in addition to meeting the new freshmen that would soon take our place. Freshman year was a very crucial point in our high school adventure. Though we all have different opinions on how it ranks in our best year of high school, it set us up and prepared us for what seemed like the long road ahead of us. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Rocco Calamita, and I'm your class secretary for the class of 2020. My speech is being addressed today to you today about our sophomore year. It's always hard starting something new. You're always nervous, have the butterflies, and you never know what to expect. But with your sophomore year, that's pretty much all gone. You've done your first year of high school, and now you know what you're coming into. I believe that our sophomore year was a pretty big year. We came into it more outgoing, more knowledgeable, more confident, and hey, we finally got our own spot in the Commons. But other than that, we did have a pretty big event happen during the school year for us, and it was the Parkland school shooting. I think it scared all of us, shook us all up a little bit, because at the end of the day, we realized that an event like this could happen at any school, and it could have been ours. And at least what I took away from the shooting is not only as a class, but as a student body, what we're about. The things that we talked about and how hard we made an effort to prevent that from happening at Tower just shows how much it can bring us all together, no matter our friend group, no matter who we talk to outside of school. We were able to unite and fight against something that could cause harm to anyone. It showed that we can get through adversity. On a less serious note, some other things like float and pep rally we didn't perform too well at, but hey, we were just in our training stages. Another perk of sophomore year was simply just not having to deal with any freshman comments at all. Instead now, you can hand them out, as long as they're school appropriate, of course. All in all, I feel like our sophomore year went pretty smooth. I feel like everyone came in ready. We never had any major drama and not too many big harmful school incidents for us. But away from all of that, some of us maybe ended up trying new things, especially since it was our second year in. Maybe things like clubs, sports, student council, things like that, which is always involved to be involved in new things. It always makes our attitude better here at Dormwood's Tower. I believe in this recap, it is also important to think back and see if we were trying to set ourselves up for the upcoming year, with questions over the SAT and ACT. How hard was it? Was junior year going to be hard? These were things that we were asking ourselves and others. And I believe we did a great job taking advantage of our sophomore year and having as much fun as we could have possibly had with each other. That concludes my speech. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarah Chapman, and I am the Vice President of the senior class. Junior year is an important year in high school and one of my personal favorites. The beginning of junior year was a big time for everyone as we were no longer underclassmen. The beginning of the school year is always jam-packed with countless traditions. With the homecoming theme of video games, we had a lot to look forward to. Spirit Week, mini pep rally, and homecoming started off junior year on the right foot. These events are exciting as is, but this year was different. Our school came together and won a contest with Mojo in the Morning and Channel 955 winning money to use for our homecoming, making it one that will be remembered forever. The beginning of the year was off to a great start, but as juniors, there was one thing on our minds: SATs. We have spent the last 2 years preparing for what seems like the biggest test of our lives. Teachers cramming in SAT prep and practice questions was a daily routine for what seemed like every day up until we took the test. But the countless months preparing for this huge test was over in just a couple of hours. With the end of the year right around the corner, everything is starting to wind down, but not over just yet. Prom was just on the horizon, and being the junior class who planned prom and it being the first year you can go, junior prom was one of the top memories in high school. We all got dressed up to enjoy a red carpet masquerade ball. With many memories already made and many more to come, junior year was finally coming to a close. As we closed out the year and said bye to our senior friends as they graduated and took over the senior spot in the Commons, we remembered junior year, but most importantly, we were preparing ourselves for what was to come, senior year. I know, for me, personally, looking back at how our senior year ended, I will treasure these memories and friendships I have made in high school more than ever. Thank you.
To the class of 2020, senior year may not have been what we expected, but it was a year we will never forget. There were many ups and downs, but through it all, we were the Titan family we are. We came together to start our last year here with excitement and perhaps a little bit of sadness. However, we knew we wanted to live every moment to the fullest. Our year started out with hard work and success. We won pep rally games, best overall float, and had homecoming to remember. Our marching band received a Division I rating, and our football team supported one another through many challenges. None of this would have been accomplished without the determination of our class. We may have been the smallest class here, but I believe we had the biggest heart. We still do. As the year continued and we came closer to the time of big decisions, college and our future, our world was turned upside down. We no longer attended school in class, but online. We couldn't see friends, and we had to stay home. Our life was unlike it had ever been before, but we lived it. We made it to this day, graduation. Something after COVID we thought might never have happened. But here we are, walking across the stage for the last time and receiving our diploma, as we should be. As our year drew to a close, we saw hope on the horizon. We were able to get our yearbooks, see our teachers again, and receive our cap and gown. We are a strong class of 2020, and this year is only the beginning for us. To help to show us we can do anything, we may not have had a normal senior year, but the tough times, I believe, can only help us. To help us to be grateful for family, friendship, and the little moments. To prove to us that not even a pandemic can stop us. Every one of you guys has the capability to be successful, and I know you all will change the world for the better. Congratulations, class of 2020. We become Tower alumni today, and remember, once a Titan, always a Titan. I'll forever be proud to be a Titan, and I wish you all the best in your future. Thank you.